game and a little bit of a competition and talking about last week's efforts as well as what's going on today. A rematch and revenge on the mind of the Kings. And let's first swivel over and talk to Coach Yo of the Singapore Slingers and see what he's got to say about today's game.
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with them, especially on the fourth quarter. They get ourselves full court 1-2 to build pressure and basically as a team effort and energy and keep pushing the ball, and that's what I'm very pleased about that game.
Well, actually, after a big loss in Singapore and then another one in Malaysia, actually we had a good conversation with the players, and I told them if they're still committed with the team or just they just want to finish the series, and then good thing here is they all committed, and they promised me to play hard every time, especially this remaining games. So hopefully we will do a good job this coming remaining game.
Well, team defense as a whole, and basically they are improving, especially they feel confident after beating Saigon 20 points, and we really need to come out really strong at the get-go and play good defense with pressure defense.
Welcome back. So some comments from the coaches. The starting 5 players for the Slingers today. They'll go with Captain Desmond O. The other guard will be Rosales, Chris Rosales, followed by Xavier Alexander at the number 3. Delvin Go gets a start at the number 4, and the center position will be manned by Justin Howard, number 55. The other side of the ball, it'll be Austria, number 1. Elorde, who was almost the hero a couple of weeks ago for this Kings team, number 4 at the guard. Dutchman will get the call at the number 4 position. Arizona Reed lit up the Slingers for 24 points in the last game right here at the OCBC Arena. And veteran Stanley Miller at the center spot, 36 years of age, but still going strong. So those are your starting lineups for the Slingers and the Filipino MX3 Kings right here at OCBC Arena. Game time in about 2 or 3 minutes as the players greet each other, and gives us the time to talk about the last game that was here. Controversy, as you know, that last second shot by Rosales, and some accusations that perhaps the referees did not start the game clock on time. 1.8, if I remember right, on the clock, and Rosales gets through the defenders. In fact, one defender falls down, and he's able to hit the shot to send the game into overtime. A 5-minute period in which the Slingers did dominate there and walk away again with that 63-57 win. Very demoralizing loss for the Kings, but the Kings have stepped up their game as of late. Now, right after the game on the 10th, they went to Malaysia and lost the game by 10 to the 3rd place Malaysian Dragons, but traveled down to Saigon and defeated Ho Chi Minh City, and defeated the Saigon Heat by 20 points, 88-68, their own place. So just what we had thought of when we were talking about the last time the Kings were here. They're a much better team than their record would indicate. It is at 2-11, but I would surmise it's a team that probably nobody wants to face at the moment. Such is the depth of their players, especially Arizona Reed, who is averaging over 25 points. Again, the veteran Stanley Miller averaging 13 and 15 rebounds. Elorde, who against Saigon pumped in 20 points, so he's always a threat from the perimeter. And they've got a pretty good defensive player in Murata, Sam Murata, as well. So a team that is very, very dangerous on both sides of the ball, and Singapore is going to have to be more awake this time when they play them if they hope to walk away with a win here. Remember, they've got an 11-2 record, a 1-game lead in the ABL. The high-tech Bangkok City team in 2nd place at 12-3, followed by Malaysia with 4 losses. So a veritable tie at the top 3 positions, and anything can happen. So the Slingers, if they want to keep their heads above water and keep this lead, they're going to have to keep winning games, and very, very tough to do, because especially teams like the Kings and other teams as well, on any given night, as we know, can pull off the upset as we witnessed a couple weeks ago. Chuck Schreiner with you, hoping you're enjoying it. The crowd still filing in here to the OCBC Arena. Very heartened by the crowd last week, and everybody loves a winner, and why not? And this is the best start the Slingers have had since their inception into the league in 2007, where they were part of the Australian League. couple years there, and they broke apart, and the ABL League started, and the rest is history. The Slingers coming in 4th place last year. For the Kings, this is their first year in the league, and they have had some problems adjusting right away. They are a team that has gone through 3 different management groups this year. They started the season being the Mindanao Aguias, and then Manny Pacquiao acquired the team and renamed it the Pacquiao Powered Bet Pilipinas Aguias. And that was in October. The Filipina Legends Group became co-owners and took over the management and changed the name to the Pilipinas MX3 Kings, and that's where we are today. Now remember, in December of 2015, the club released 6 players and picked up 6 more. So it is a team very much in search of its own identity, but they seem to have found themselves the last couple of weeks. And as I said before, a team that you've got to be wary of, given the talent they've got on their team. They've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulders when it comes to the Slingers. They felt hard done by. They felt that the referee's decision was wrong, or the scoring table was wrong last time, whatever. They felt that they had done enough to win the game. It didn't work out for them, so revenge on their mind, and the Slingers have to be aware of that, and they certainly cannot come out onto the court like they did the last time these 2 teams played. A little bit overconfident, a little bit nonchalant in their approach to the game. They're going to have a little bit of the eye of the tiger this week if they're going to overcome this very, very stubborn Pilipinas MX3 Kings team from the Philippines. So just about ready to get underway here. Talked about Xavier Alexander. What a great game he had last game. Almost a triple-double, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. And they're going to need that, and they are off the rebound, coincidentally controlled by Singapore, and Alexander giving the ball off to number 11, who is starting for the Slingers today. That's Chris Rosales, Philippine import, and the shot by Howard is off the mark, so 1 and out. And Kings have the ball now. Elorde swings it to Reed, who pops up top. Around the screen goes Elorde. Alexander, quick first step by Elorde, but he has to go back outside again as Howard was in his path. Knocked away. Alexander has the ball, taken away again by Arizona, inside for 2. No look pass to Elorde. Singapore interior defense gets sucked up into the fray and providing space for Elorde up and in off the glass. 2-0 Kings, 2-0 early on. Alexander wide open look from Freesville, can't knock it down. Rebound taken by Miller. Nakia Miller. So Elorde yo-yoing at the top, and ball on the floor, and a turnover. 3-on-2. And the give back, and really nonchalant there from Howard to Alexander. The Slingers very, very fortunate to get the ball back. Reed now, who did a splendid job on Alexander a couple weeks ago, but he turns the corner, can't get it to go. Miller with the rebound, so 1 and out again for Singapore. Shades of what we saw a couple weeks ago, at least in the opening salvo for the Slingers. Alexander, the post-up move by Reed, who turns and fires up and in for 4-0 early on in favor of the Kings, and that's just the way it started last time. Reed looking around, I don't know if he's lost a contact lens or what, so a little 4-on-5 right now, and without Reed back there on defense, Howard does the reverse off the glass. I think we're gonna have a timeout here. I think Arizona Reed might have lost a contact lens. Jack Santiago, great conversation with him, coach of the Kings, before the game. Watch this again. There's the post-up move and the little turn and shoot in the lane by Arizona Reed. What a pedigree he is. Southland Big South Player of the Year in 2007, 2008, where he graduated from High Point. Yes, it was a contact lens. So Reed is back in the game. Deutschman off the dribble. Shot is changed by Alexander. Rebound by Go. Back comes Rosales. Splits the defenders. Back outside. Swings it to Howard. Howard wide open. Look, you've got to stay on him on that shot. He can knock it down. Gang rebounding. Taken away by Miller. And back comes Reed. 4-2 lead for the Kings here at the 7:38 mark. Little stop jumper is good by Reed. So Reed with 4 and the assist. 6-2 now in favor of the Pilipinas MX3 Kings. Sorry, we don't have the graphics available for you. I'll keep it on with the scores for you, so you're right on top of it. And another miss, and sort of like what we saw the last game, the Kings packing it up in the middle, daring the Slingers to shoot from outside. Alexander did just that, the ball skipping out of bounds. So that was the strategy, the same exact strategy that they used last time, and Singapore didn't wake up on their perimeter shooting till late in the second half. As we sorry for the interference there on the screen, but they whistle, and it'll be a foul, I believe, on Rosales, so that'll be number 1 on him. Very photogenic referee here in Singapore. The inbounds goes to Elorde. Elorde around the screen is provided there by Reed. In fact, it's a moving screen. Elorde bucks through the middle. The kick back outside. The shot is off the mark. Rebound taken by Rosales. Outlet pass going to Howard. Saves it at the last moment. Nice footwork there by Howard. Oh, splits the middle inside to Alexander. Gets lost in the trees. Ball's on the floor. Alexander comes up with it, rolls it out. Picked up by Miller, so another turnover. Reed now with it for the Kings. Long three is good. So 9-2 now in favor of the Kings. Watch it again. Let's see Reed. It is a 3. So 9-2 it is. Check it out from another angle. Here is inside, and this is live action here. Ball off the mark one more time. The outlet pass. Down goes Miller behind the back, up and in. 11-2, and the Slingers are going to have to call a timeout. So a carbon copy of what we saw last time here at the OCBC Center. The Pilipinas MX Kings taking the game by the scruff of the neck. Check it out. Here's the replay one more time. Miller getting around Rosales on the mismatch, height-wise anyway. An easy 2 for him. So lackadaisical play by the Slingers early on at the 6:01 mark, and they trail by 9 points early on. 11-2 after we come back from the timeout. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, off the timeout. 11-2 in favor of the Pilipinas MX3 Kings. Arizona Reed leading the way with 7 points early on. Look at the score right there at the 6:01 mark. So our graphics are back up. Nice job, gentlemen. Go inbound it to Rosales, and all of a sudden the Slingers, their backs up against it. Out pops O, puts the ball on the deck, inside again to Alexander. He's got a post-up move going against Reed. Back outside again. Desmond O, 8 on the shot clock. Finds a space and has his pocket pick. Back the other way quickly. Elorde. Rosales off to Deutschman. Deutschman slices in between 2 defenders. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Back up again as the ball partially blocked. Back by Alexander. Now come the Slingers. Alexander. Howard. And he walks with the ball. Nice interior defense by Reed. What a nose for the basketball. Arizona Reed going straight to the spot. Great anticipation by him. And another turnover by the Slingers. Go will go to the bench. Checking in will be Wu. So they're going to need his perimeter shooting. He has been on fire the last couple of games, scoring 19 and 21 points respectively. He was a game saver against the Kings, remember, 2 weeks ago. The Slingers mounted a furious comeback in that second half. They don't want to leave it that late this game. Arizona calling for the ball now. Quick on him. Turning the corner as Reed can't get it to fall. Sort of lost perspective of where he was. Rosales off the dribble, the kick back outside. Now rotates to him. Howard calling for the ball. He's got it on the low post. Elorde sloughs off on him, up and in with the left hand. So 11-4. Howard with all 4 points. Back come the Kings. Off the dribble to Reed. Reed looking for movement. Still working against Queck with that very, very effective post-up move, backing Queck up. And Alexander out of the game at the moment. Interior pass to Howard. Howard kicks it back outside. Rotation to Rosales. Passing through is Wu. Trips on a defender. Nice screen given. Rosales from the elbow knocks it through. I don't know what the problem is with Alexander, but he is on the bench at the moment. Hope it isn't an injury. Rotation. And what do we have? A foul. Let's see who that's going to go on. It might be Rosales. If it is Chris, that'll be 2 on him. No, it is number 10, Queck. Now checking back into the game will be Wong. Desmond O will go out. I'm looking over on the bench as the Slingers call another timeout. Alexander on the bench, but I think he's okay. So 13-6 at the timeout. So just off of the timeout, 13-6 in favor of the Kings. Singapore finally stopping the rot. They trailed 11-2. Howard with 4 points for the Slingers. Rosales with a pair, and that's it. It's been the Arizona Reed show, much like it was a couple years ago, or a couple weeks ago. Might have been that way a couple years ago too. Reed with the ball right now. Queck working on him. Post-up move once again. No-look pass inside. Last touch by Howard as he denies the ball to number 11, Willie Miller, who has just checked in the game, the 38-year-old veteran, and barking signals. He'll take it out on the baseline. Outside it goes to Elorde. Wu working on him, trying to deny the pass. Nice job on defense by Queck. Outlet comes to Rosales. Skip pass over to the right side. Great job by the Kings to get back in position. Wong with the long three, no good. Miller with the rebound in front of Howard. He got position on him. Elorde looking for Willie Miller. Round the horn it goes. Back outside to number 33, Alcunin. He has his pocket pick. Wong, skip pass inside to Howard. 13-8. Great job by Howard to lose his defender. Good recognition to find him. Slingers trailed by 5. Reed now still working on Queck. Again, using that post-up move and little jab step off the glass, up and in. No defense for that, and the Slingers having a hard time once again with Arizona Reed. Wide open look for Wong. He passes it up inside the return pass. Shot from outside, rims in and out by Queck. Rebound by Miller again. 7-point lead still, 2:42 mark for the Kings. Long pass inside to Reed. Fall back jumper is going to be off the mark. Rebound taken by Wong. Wong in the open court. Looking left to Howard, or to right to Howard. Wide open look for Wong, for Wu. And there he is again. How many times does he have to do it before you get a hand in his face? He had 21 last week. He had 19 against the same team 2 weeks ago. So count that as a 3. 15-11, tripping up inside, a little bit out of control, but he's going to get bailed out with the foul. I think it's going to go against Howard, and that'll be his first. Check it out. There's a kick out to Wu all alone, and he has been pretty much automatic from that spot if you don't put a hand in his face. We said averaging 20 points the last couple of games. What a revelation he has been. Checking in the game now, Gamboa will check it into Reed. Reed still working on Queck, and over comes Wu with the weak side help, and somebody had to be open, and Reed wastes no time in finding out Kuna. So 17-11. We get down below the 2-minute mark. Howard waiting for cutters. Finally some movement. Wu off the dribble, back outside, and Rosales thought about it. Back to Wu with 2 seconds on the clock, and the ball goes out of bounds, a turnover. So Singapore a little bit disjointed here in the first quarter, much like they were a couple weeks ago, and paying the price. Here it is again. Wu has the ball knocked away. Miller to Reed inside, easy two, getting around Queck. 19-11. Arizona Reed in double figures. Howard, nobody moving on the Singapore offense. Finally, some movement. Cutters in the basket, long shot by Wong for three. 19-14. So both Wong and Wu lining it up from Threesville. Alexander looks like he's ready to come back in. The switch off on defense. Long three off the mark. Howard steps in and gets the board. Gets it off to Rosales, lead pass. Dunks it inside, and the ball taken away again. So once more, Singapore giving up. That was Queck the culprit that time. And instead of going straight up for the shot, tried a little head fake, which didn't work, and he got the ball stripped for his troubles. Back inside off the dribble, getting around, and one. Gamboa going straight around Wong. Chance for a three-point play here. 19-14, make it 21-14, I believe. Check it out again. Quick first step, leaving Wong in his wake. Weak side help, not getting over there. So opportunity for a three-point play. Alexander back into the game now. 36.8 to go here in the first quarter. So Kings playing like they've got a point to prove. Off the mark. Outlet to Rosales. Kings will get the ball back. About a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Bounce pass over from Wu to Alexander. Alexander behind the screen gets inside. Great job using his shoulder going baseline. 21-16 now, 5-point lead, and the Kings will play for the last shot. Ball in the hands of Reed. Reed looking left. Out pops up Miller. Getting away from Alexander. Miller will take that long three. Got it. Oh, yes. 2.2 to go, and that will do it. So, very fruitful first quarter for the Kings as they lead the Slingers 24-16 when we come back for the second quarter. Look at the replay. Kia Miller for three to end the first quarter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, off the first quarter break. 24-16 in favor of the Pilipinas MX3 Kings. Leading the way just like last week. Arizona Reed lighting it up from outside and inside. 13 big points here in the first quarter. 5 for Miller. Miller hitting a 3 at the end of the first quarter. On the other side of the ball, Justin Howard with 6 points, and that's been pretty much it. Rosales with 2, Alexander with a pair, Wu with 3, and Wong with 3. So they've got to figure out a way to neutralize Reed. Turnovers, by the way, the Slingers with 6, Kings with 4. Kings with the ball now, and Reed working against Alexander. That big post-up move again, the turn and fire. Off the mark. Good job by Alexander on defense that time. He's got the ball now. Rolling around the screen now as Rosales switches sides. Wong over to Wu. Alexander gives it off. 10 on the shot clock. Alexander trying to find a place and has the ball batted away. Last touch by the Kings. Alexander tried to switch hands in midair, and that didn't work out very well. So another turnover for Singapore as the ball skittles out of bounds. Miller to inbound Gamboa. Speedy little guard. Wong working on him. Miller back with it, and to take the shot again and hit it. Nakia Miller, his second triple. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. 11-point lead now for the Kings. Biggest lead of the game. Dumped into Howard, and a foul. He will go to the line. The foul on Miller. So the entry pass from Alexander. Well, Miller with a pair of threes, and most unlikely of sources that you would think to go downtown. But again, this is a team that feels hard done by from the game last time against Singapore. Slingers coming away with a controversial win in overtime. We went over that at the top of the show. So now lead by 11. They blew out Saigon in their last game, so this team is for real. And Howard misses both free throws. Reed corralling the rebound, and back come the Kings. Wu will be working on him. Big mismatch for Reed off the screen. Backup jumper is going to be well short. Wong will pick it up. He's off to the races. Gets the ball to Rosales. Turns the corner. Has to take it back outside, and Howard is pounded as he goes up. I think the foul there will be on Reed. That will be his first. I believe that's the first foul by anybody. Check that, the second foul by the Kings. So Howard will be at the line and try and improve on that 0 for 2 last time he was there. Slingers down by 11. 1 of 1 there. So this to get it down to single digits. This is a team, the Kings, for whatever reasons, causing massive matchup problems for Singapore. 1 of 2, so Howard has missed 3 out of 4 free throws. Back comes Gamboa again, working on Wong. He got the step on him a couple of possessions ago and rolled to the basket. Willie Miller, and the ball's on the floor, kicked away. Believe it'll still be in possession of the Kings. Willie Miller, 38 years of age, but still has a lot of basketball savvy and still has that first step. Eric Solomont will inbound it. Gets it to Miller. Miller wide open, but passes up the shot for some reason, and Wu picks it off. Back comes Singapore. Desmond O in the game now, looking for somebody to get it to. Alexander rolls to the hoop, up, and he can't get it to fall. Howard right there, cleans it up and in. 27-19, 8-point lead now for the Kings. Alexander looking better now, finding the passing lane, or finding the lane there, and able to crunch through it. Reed rotating off of him on defense. Gamboa. Wong with his hand full of him, and going down is Miller on the floor, and referee's going to call a timeout. I don't know what happened, if he took an elbow to the midsection or a little bit lower, the way he is responding on the floor. Let's hope he's okay. But something around the abdominal cavity Miller is holding on to Kia Miller, 6'10", 238, 36 years old. He's played in all around the world, Argentina, Belgium, Canada, Indonesia, Mexico. Played his NCAA ball at Iona, so he's on his knees now. That's a good sign, and let's see if he'll be able to carry on. Gets to his feet. It's a nice hand from the crowd. He's going to have to go over to the bench and going down again. So perhaps it's just a contact to the groin area, if you know what I mean, and extremely painful. So it's going to take him some time to shake that off. Deutschman will check in for him. The Kings will inbound from their own baseline. Deutschman immediately getting the ball, kicks it back outside to Reed, and two players go after him. Can't knock down the jumper. Checking into the game now for the Slingers, number 17. Alexander swings it over to looking for Howard down low. See if they can take advantage of Miller not being in there. Alexander now, Reed working on him, looking for cutters. Wong will take the long three. Got it! Win and down. Get it to Wu or Wong. 27-22. 5-point deficit now for the Slingers. Solomon almost losing the handle of it there. Ong working on him. Still Solomon in the lane. Stops and fires. Can't get it to go. Howard will corral the rebound. Gets the ball off to Wong. Wong's got Desmond down that right side. Now gives it up to Howard. Swings it over to Ong to Alexander. Reed working on him. 11 on the shot clock. Cross-court pass. Inside the lane. Wong with a little floater is going to be off the mark. Rebound fought for and collected by Singapore. Wong, and he is fouled. They got wrapped up, and the foul will go on Alistair Austria, who just checked into the game. Not a shooting foul. Check it out again. A little bit comical there with the ball, and Austria get his arms tangled up with Wong. Wong around the screen. Looking inside to Howard again. Mismatch against Reed, but Reed has that strong upper body, and Alexander has it up and in. Finding a way. Xavier Alexander, the Slingers to within 3 at the 6:12 mark. Now Miller still shaking it off, or you can see he's walking around, so he's going to be coming back in a minute. Deutschman now in the corner to Austria. That'll be a 3 if it goes. It does not. Howard corrals the rebound. Back to Alexander. Singapore on the roll. Desmond rolling to the basket. The follow, no good. Up again. Yes, to the basket. Howard. And the follow by Alexander. Singapore to within 1 at the 5:40 mark. Well, they missed the presence of Miller down low. The ball taken away again. Singapore 3-on-3. Alexander rolls to the basket. Up and in. Singapore with the first lead of the game. They lead 28-27. Little 9-0 roll by Singapore to get themselves nosing in front. Kick back outside. Solomon. Knocked away by Alexander on the block. Desmond Shot by from 3 is going to be off the mark. Rebound by Howard. Howard loses the ball. Picked up again, this time Wong. Wong with the long 3, yes! Oh my goodness! One leg long, 31-27, and just like that, the Slingers up by 4. No timeout. Austria will bring it back down for the Kings. Reed working on Alexander. Much better effort by Alexander. Post up move once again, and that big upper body helping him out the ball. Flung out of bounds. It's going to be last touch by who? I think the Slingers touched it last. We're going to see possession arrow going the way of the Kings, but a timeout being called by the Pilipinas MX Kings as Singapore has come running back behind the outside shooting of Wong. And the penetration by number 15, Xavier Alexander. Howard also cleaning up a couple of errant passes up and in. A couple of turnovers along the way as well. So Singapore getting it going and not leaving it like they did last game. until the second half. Now remember, they did all this without the presence of Nakia Miller, who went down with a knock to the groin area. He will be back in the game now, so they will have that force on the low post back with him when he does return, and see if that will make a difference. But Singapore, as is their fashion, kicking it out to the local boys and getting it done from beyond the arc. And it's amazing how quickly a couple of threes can close the gap. Kings led by as many as 11. Now a complete turnaround. In fact, Singapore was down 27-17, so we're looking at a 14-0 run by the Slingers here midway through the second quarter. Chuck Schreiner with you, Shirley, hoping that you're enjoying being with us as much as we are bringing you the action here from the OCBC Arena, home of the Slingers. And very competitive game between them and the Kings. Kings much better, as you can obviously see, than their 2-11 record would indicate. Howard with the ball. Desmond O on that left side as well. Wong slips it over to Alexander, or Ung then to Alexander. Reed on the baseline. Knocked away. Howard, ball's in the air, comes up with the errant shot by Alexander. Alexander with the ball, rolling to the basket, knocked away. Ball picked up again, knocked away again by Desmond O. Howard inside. Great job by O, never giving up. Took the ball off the deck and gave it back to Howard, up and in. 6-point lead now for the Slingers. Reed thought about it. Alexander working on him. Long three ball is off the mark. Howard with the rebound. Outlet pass to Alexander. Reed interferes with it. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be Singapore ball. You gotta like the way that Alexander going straight for Reed. See if that's a foul or not. I don't think so. Reed with one foul. So Singapore will inbound it with 19 on the shot clock. 3:34 to go here in the first half. Ung. Desmond O. Wong to Alexander, kicks the ball right back outside. Ung thought about it. Now Howard around the screen. Ung rolls inside. The reverse is good. Wow, everybody getting into the act for Singapore. 35-27, 8-point bulge, and a charging foul on number 4. Nico Elorde putting Ung on his butt. So checking back into the game again will be, I believe, Rosales, or will it be Queck? No, it'll be Wu. So fine job by Desmond O on defense. Check it out again. There is the obvious foul right in front of the referee. Elorde with the push.
Checking in for the Kings,
so pretty physical stuff here, although a clean game. Nice looking crowd once again here at the OCBC Arena. Everybody loves a winner. Wu downstairs to Ung. There's the screen by Howard. He rolls off that over to Alexander. Alexander, Reed, and there is a foul and turnabout fair play. Wong knocking Elorde down. So another turnover, this time by Singapore, and the Kings will get the ball back at the 2:55 mark. Checking into the game now, Chris Rosales. He will come in. Wong will leave. So Singapore rotating their guards into the game often. Tough defense by the Slingers all over the court. Wu, probably their best defender. Turn and shoot by Reed is off the mark. Fight for the ball. Alexander gets it, puts the ball on the floor, and comes up that long lead pass to Howard underneath again. Oh my goodness. Great job by Alexander. Spotting Howard running the floor. Howard catching the ball like a wide receiver, up and in off the glass. Singapore largest lead the game for them by 10. Ball picked off inside by Ung. Almost loses it. Reed comes by. Rosales on the run now. Wild stuff here. Alexander inside to Howard. Howard with 11 points, by the way. Kick back outside to Ung. Rosales. Still Rosales inside the reverse. Circled by Howard. 39-27. Slingers by 12. What a game Howard is having here in the first half. Elorde. Foul by Rosales. Trips him as he goes by. That'll be 2 on Chris Rosales. So let's see, Singapore led 27, or trailed 27-17. So this is a 22-0 run by the Slingers. They trail by 11, now lead by 12. Weak side help, Alexander changing the shot. The ball goes out to Howard on the run again. Alexander, oh, with the tomahawk, 41-27. Xavier Alexander, human highlight there. Back come the Kings. Elorde trying to get something started. Reed with the ball. Still Reed. Post up, double team, shot off the mark. Out of bounds it goes. Last touch by who? They're going to say last touch by Singapore. Oh my goodness. The referee was looking to the other officials for help. He didn't get any, so obvious there he missed the call. Around 2 defenders. Gang defending by the Slingers. Back outside. Long 3 at the buzzer, no good. 24-second violation. So 53 seconds. My goodness, the Slingers shutting it down on defense. They looked for all the world it was going to be a repeat of the first half from 2 weeks ago where the Kings just out-hustled the Slingers, but the Slingers come back with a vengeance. Determination by Xavier Alexander. Here he is again finding the lane. Outside, long 3 is good for who else? Wu Chin-Day, 44-27. Rolling off the ball, Reed finally gets one. The long time coming. The lead now is 15. Slingers can play for the last shot. Alexander with it will slow it down. The shot clock is off, so they'll spread it out. Rosales, see if they look for Howard downstairs. Wide open look again for Wu. Can't get it to fall. Back up and in. Count it. And let's see if he gets the and one. 46-29, and that will do it. The end of a tremendous first half for the Slingers. They lead 46-29 at the half.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we will have lucky winners who will be going home with the long-term tickets to any of the Southeast Asia Men's ASEAN Basketball League official airline partner and the world's best low-cost airline in Asia. So first up, we've got the Asia half-court random free throw shot. All right, so we have these 2 fine gentlemen. What do you need, sir?
offensive boards in the first half, also rolling to 12 points. But outside, Wang Weiliang, him and Wu have provided the fireworks for the Slingers every time they've been down and absolutely needed a basket. There's the blow-by there by number 3, Michael Gamboa, right around Wang. And guess what? Outside, yes, he's not only Mr. Inside. Nakia Miller hitting a couple threes. Here he is again, and you've got to get a hand in his face, a little bit like Justin Howard in that way. So right there, 24-16, looking pretty dire for the Slingers. Now, here's where the Slingers start to make their break. The follow, and Alexander off of the miss by Howard follows up. 12 first half points for Alexander, and here he is. The kick back outside to who else? Wang. A couple of weeks off, obviously has done his shooting touch pretty good favor. Here is Alexander returning the favor against Reed, slithering and sliding to 2 off the boards there, off the glass. Alexander leading the break again. Nice hang time, but the follow by Alexander, and finally Howard putting up. Howard actually with 15 points in the first half. So it's been the Howard, Alexander, Wu, and Wang show. No distribution there needed, finding the lane and getting the ball off the miss to Howard. Howard with the follow. Stop and pop off, but Howard cleaning up the board. One of his 5 offensive boards out of bounds. Save. Howard getting it back, kicking it back outside to Wang from the elbow, filling it up. So Slingers with their first lead of the game. Nice ball rotation there, getting the ball to Ung. Ung off the dribble, coming inside on the reverse off the glass. Great footwork by him. Little drop step at the baseline. His only bucket of the first half. Little show and go, and the follow by Howard. So at that point now, Singapore enjoying a 12-point lead. They will stretch it even further. The tomahawk put down by Xavier Alexander. 44-29, and then once more, Howard sitting there, going to clean up the miss up off the glass. Howard probably having his best first half or half game of the season so far. 12 rebounds, including 5 offensive boards, 15 points for him. Alexander with 12 points. Wu with 6, Wang with 9. So very balanced scoring by the Slingers on the other side of the ball. Arizona Reed leading the scorers on his side with 15 points, and Miller with 8. So we had an interview before the game for Wang Weiliang, and
actually doing what coach is telling me to do. So didn't really thought about scoring and what it's my teammates that actually create all those open shots for me. So I'm very lucky to have all these teammates around me.
now your team's in first place now, 11 wins, 2 losses. I know this is the best start that the Slingers have ever had in the league, ever since 2007. You can go back that far. But what are the Slingers going to have to do, starting with today, to make sure that they end the season in first place?
We're just going to keep grinding, just going to keep playing defense, and that's our team culture, defense, and hope that we're just going to get better each game and just going to keep grinding, that's all.
46-29, Slingers in the lead. We'll be back for second half after this. Kings have a lot of work to do if they're going to catch up from a red-hot Slinger team who is really shutting it down on defense. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 46-29 your halftime score in favor of the Singapore Slingers, and a very starstruck, or not starstruck, but awestruck in MX3 Kings team at the moment. How are they going to shut down the inside-outside game of the Slingers, who have done just about everything a team needs to do? Throw in the great defensive effort. Something happened when Xavier Alexander, by the time he left the game and came back in, it was an entirely different attitude on the Slingers team. Remember, the Kings led 27-17. When the Slingers came back in, they never looked back. To the point right now where it's 46-29, so basically a 24-2 run for the Slingers, and Kings still trying to figure it out. Well, looking at the stats, part of it, we talked about the Slingers defense. At the end of the first quarter, the MX Kings only had a couple of turnovers. Now they've got 10. Singapore had 4. They only committed 3 more the remainder of that first half. It's an indication that whatever the Slingers are doing on defense, certainly working. Part of it is every time Arizona Reed gets the ball, a man comes off on him. So double teaming Reed, trying to negate his scoring punch. Slingers put the ball now in white. Howard, a monster first half with 15 points and 12 boards, 5 offensive board. Alexander, no slouch either, off the dribble, and ball knocked away by Miller. Good defensive play by him. Elorde on the break. Elorde stops. Ball taken away. Nice hustle by Alexander to get back. On the break, Desmond gets it back. Rosales thought about it. Little show and go by Rosales. Inside it goes to Howard, who loses it. Ball's on the floor. Reed comes up with it. Back he comes. Gives it off to Miller underneath, and a foul by Desmond. Good foul there by Desmond. Not much he could have done unless he just let him score. Here it is on the break. Reed, no look pass inside. There's the foul by Desmond. Miller knocking down a couple of threes in the first half. He's got 8 points. Rebounding in that first half. 24 total rebounds for the Slingers. As we said, 8 offensive board, 5 by Howard, 2 by Alexander, and 1 by O. Kings only with 1, 12 total. 5 boards by Nakia Miller. So Miller hits both ends of those. 2 free throws. Wu back outside, looking in. Around the horn it goes. Rosales. Now Alexander looking for cutters. Howard staying home. He's working against Reed as Alexander. Back outside it comes. Gets the ball outside. Only 2 on the shot clock. Going to have to do something with the ball. Ball put up and way off the mark. Nakia Miller with the rebound. Quickly off to Elorde. Elorde off to the races. Looking downstairs and being covered up is Reed. Now Reed has it. Double team. Somebody's open. Elorde can't get it. So again, that double team on Arizona Reed working. Elorde could not finish the shot. Rosales asking for movement. Crossing over the baseline is Alexander. He pops out on top. Gets the ball back to Alexander. The return to Rosales from the right corner. No good. Punch back out to who gets it inside to a sleeping interior defense by King. Howard flushes it down. 48-31. Lead back up to 17. Miller back outside. Number 22 is Salamat. Salamat. Shot from outside is off the mark. Alexander comes down with it. He's got running mates on either side, and he is fouled from behind. So that foul will go on, I believe, Elorde. And for Elorde, that will be 2 on him. So we look at Alexander in the open court. He had Wong on the left, and he had Howard on the right. Or check that, had Howard on the left and had Rosales on the right, in fact. Desmond with the ball. Bounce pass inside to Alexander. Wu flashes across the middle. Alexander still turns. Got the commitment by Reed up in the air. Who else but Howard coming down with it, and the foul will go on Miller. Great hustle there by Howard to force his way downstairs, get position, get control of the rebound, and Nakia Miller on him. Kia Miller, 36 years of age. Howard, 34, but you wouldn't know it by either. They're playing the ball knocked away. So a rant pass picked up by Acuna. Acuna from the long three. Off the mark, and another rebound by Howard. Outlet pass to Wu. He's got Alexander in front of him. Desmond O, wide open look for Rosales. Can't knock it down. Stepping in to get the rebound is Miller. Outlet is taken away by Rosales. Good heads up move by him. Desmond O will back it up on the pass from Rosales. Alexander now got the mismatch with Solomon working on him behind the back pass. That wasn't a good one. And Miller picks that off at the 7-minute mark. Elorde has the ball knocked away. Wu has the ball knocked away. Oh yes, on the return, no! Howard, still Howard, and they can't hit the layup. So wild and woolly stuff, sloppy play by the Slingers in particular, blowing an easy 2 that time. Solomon losing the ball momentarily and throws the ball over his shoulder. And last touch by Wu. Last touch by Solomon. So the Slingers will get it back, but sloppy play by both teams to open up the third quarter here. Alexander, long pass over to Howard. Looking for the screen, he gets it. Return pass off of the give and go inside. Pop back outside. Wu all alone from Breesville. And that's about as automatic as it gets. So a timeout already being called by the Kings as they trail by 20 points, 51-31. Check it out again, the interior pass. Great recognition by Desmond O. And Wu camped out on that left-hand side. There's the entry pass. Alertly getting the ball back outside, and Reed hoping against hope that the ball would go out of bounds. So 51-31 at the timeout.
Moving on next on the kiss cam. What's a bit of passion? There we go. Very sweet. Well, moving on next couple. For the kiss cam. Hello. How about a little bit? There we go. That's a nice one, guys.
Off the Kings timeout, 51-31 is your score. Things have gone south very quickly for this Pilipinas MX3 Kings team. Jack Santiago talking it over with them, and they started the game much like they played the entire game the last time they were here on January 10th, but Singapore committing themselves to defense and playing denial to Arizona Reed, and that has been the difference. Still full court pressure by the Slingers. Elorde off the dribble, gets it across the half-court line. Overload slightly on that right-hand side. Reed gets the ball, and he'll take the shot from Breesville and knock it down. So finally, getting some offense from Reed, who had 15 in the first half, but has been shut down much of the rest of the game, and a foul there. Desmond O getting a step on Solomon. He's slapped across the head. Nobody really in foul trouble on either team. Kia Miller with 2. He's got 10 points, by the way, does Miller. So Miller and Reed, 10 and 18 points respectively. Pretty much the totality of offense for the Kings thus far. Ball will be taken out on the baseline. Wong, who just checked in for Rosales. Howard now gives it off to Desmond O. Out pops Wu. Bounce pass to Alexander. Alexander working against Reed, looking for some space. Still puts it up. That was more like a pass than anything else to Howard. And what do we have here? 24-second violation for the Slingers, and that comes at the 5:29 mark. It didn't look like Alexander was really aware of how much time was on. That was really a pass dumped down there to Howard, but just not enough time. So opportunity now, and Coach Neo obviously not very happy with that last possession. Elorde, Singapore has dropped it from 17, now 15 from the elbow, Alorde, and you've got to watch out for this very, very game Kings team. They get back to within 15. Down low again to Howard. Howard working against Miller, turns around. Little baby hook is no good. Rebound by Nakia Miller. Off to Alorde, and the Kings, wide open look by Solomon. He'll take that three. He's going to be off the mark. Wu will haul down the rebound. Back comes Wong. Lead pass to Desmond O. Desmond will wait for numbers. Howard in the lane. Back outside. Rotating out top will be Alexander on the opposite side. Desmond O again as Wong flashes through. Now Wong with it. He'll take that three. He's going to be short. Reed corrals the rebound. Back from the Kings, but he gives it up. Wu inside to Howard, who flushes it home. Howard sneaking in behind Reed. Reed caught a no man's land. 2-on-1. Pick your poison. Howard now. You watch it again. 18. Reed off the dribble. Yes. So Reed switching tactics a little bit from outside, getting it done. 15-point lead once again. At the 4:02 mark, Desmond O gets the ball over to Alexander, and Reed tried to commit, and he overcommitted, tried to go for the steal and miss, so Alexander gets around him and goes glass. Reed and Alexander going at it again. Reed with the post-up move, momentarily loses the ball. Long three by Reed is off the mark. Howard gets the ball. Nice box out there by the Slingers. Wu also there. Whip pass over to the right side. Now Alexander with it. Alexander again working on Reed. Around the horn it goes. Now Wu with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Working against number 33. That is Alcuna. Ball on the floor now. Knocked around. 2 on the shot clock. Ball forced up. Rebound taken by Howard and fouled by Alorde. Well, fortunate turn of events on that possession by the Slingers. Desmond O picking the ball up and heaving the shot. It wasn't that close, but good position by Howard underneath the basket. He's able to get it. He's fouled immediately before he can go up and dunk it in. What a game today for our big number 55. Howard with 19 points and 14 rebounds, 5 offensive boards. Here's the inbound. Alexander. Alorde around him, bumping and grinding inside as Alexander gets the ball up, gets it to go through. Arizona Reed now on the bench, so Singapore, in particular Alexander, taking advantage of that. There's the trap at the half-court line. Ball knocked away. Long lead pass, Alexander. Oh, can't get the layup. Alorde gets the rebound, and back come the Kings. 57-38, Slingers by 19 off the dribble is number 3. That is Gamboa misses the shot. Another offensive board, but the ball knocked away by Rosales. Rosales off the dribble, inside he goes. Little hesitation, moving another layup missed by the Slingers. Off the dribble comes Willie Miller. Willie Miller underneath on the reverse, up and in. 38-year-old showing how to get it done inside. So 57. Around the screen, popping up comes Wong. Wong barking out instructions. Alexander camped out on the left side. Howard all alone from the free throw line. He's automatic from there. So 19-point lead now for the Slingers. Alorde is trapped. Deutschman passes it off to the left. Gamboa is there. Wong working on him. Slicing through the middle is number 4, Alorde. Now the overload on the right-hand side. Willie Miller with the ball. Miller off the dribble, working against Alexander. Still Miller. Turns and fires and can't get it to fall. No, they say 24-second violation. So 1:22 to go. It looked like Miller lost track of the time. Checking in the game, number 10 will be Quick. Leon Quick for Singapore. Alexander will get a blow. Checking back into the game. Reed still on the bench for the Kings. Back outside as Quick, who thought about it, swings the ball over to Wong. Yes! I believe from 3, so 62 to 40. 22-point lead by the Slingers, and the Slingers doing it from everywhere around the court, inside and outside. Elorde, I don't know what that was. Last touch by the Kings. So Singapore running away with it here. Less than a minute to play in the third quarter. They lead by 22, their biggest lead of the game. Gamboa in the pocket of Wong. Wong cuts through after giving it up to Ung. Ung slices through. Back on the other side where the overload is. Off the screen, Wong down low to Ung. Ung trying to find the lane, has his pocket pick. Miller leading the fast break by himself all the way, and he is fouled but can't get it to go. So he'll go the line for a pair. Nakia Miller running the court like a 25-year-old. Getting ready to check in the game now for the Slingers will be To Ching Huang. Haven't seen him today. Ung will check out of the game. There's a replay of that last sequence right there. The ball leaked out onto the floor, and Miller picked it up, and with the blow by, wasn't able to convert the shot, but he's at the line for a pair, and that will stop the clock at 30.5 here to go in the third quarter. In and out for the first one. Leon Kwek into the lane for some reason. Good looking crowd, as we said, once again for the Slingers, and Miller misses both. Howard gets it off to Toe. Now Kwek with the ball. So both teams resting their starters. Reed still on the bench. Slingers about a 4-second between game clock and shot clock, but it doesn't matter. Gamboa with the steal, and he goes coast to coast. So 62-42, long shot at the buzzer, no good by number 7, Wu, and that will do it. So at the end of the third quarter, Slingers increase their lead. They lead by 20 as we get ready for the last 10 minutes of play here at the OCBC Arena.
We got the Slingers shootout. The great sponsor of the great prizes beyond our sponsors came away. What's your name, sir? We got Calvin.
Looking at some stats, turnovers for the Slingers, they have 12, 18 turnovers. Such has been the intensity of the Slingers defense. Slingers shooting 27 of 64 from the floor for 42%. The Kings 18 of 42 for 43%. Rebounds, only one offensive board still for the Kings. They've got 20. The Slingers, on the other hand, 14 O-boards, 9 for Howard, who leads all scorers with 21 points. Reed with 20, and 1 and out. Back come the Slingers. Long, wide open look from 3. Nobody picking him up. So the Slingers with a 21-point lead now. 65-44. Salamat from Freesville is going to be off the mark. Howard Boxing out Miller, getting the rebound. Wong again. Working on Solomon, getting the ball past half court. Howard there to apply the screen if needed. Alexander gets the ball off to Wong from the other side, off. Nakia Miller ripping down the board. Back comes Gamboa. Miller down low, and a foul. Still no Arizona Reed. I don't know if there's an injury problem or what, but they're going to need him. Still on the bench. See, I'm looking over there, and he's got a towel draped around him, so don't know if there's an injury issue. Little backup jumper there is good. Elorde, remember, he's coming off the 20-point game against Saigon, a game in which the Kings really took it to the hometown guys, 88-68. Fortunately, the carryover hasn't come here. 19-point lead. Let's check that last play out again. There's Elorde on that bucket. Howard looking for cutters. Puts the ball on the deck. Now back inside. And what do we have here? An illegal screen by Howard. Thrown on Elorde. Cho Ching Huang was off to the races. There's a reason for that. Howard, watch this, give it up in there. It's the foul by Howard. Miller trying to come over from the weak side, help. Gamboa back over to Elorde. Gamboa, fleet guard, almost loses it. Elorde still intense defensive pressure by the Slingers. Alexander on him. Miller from the corner. Not this time. Stepping in to get the O-board, though, is Gamboa, and he is fouled. As he hits the deck. I believe the foul will go on go on number 8. That is To Ching Huang. So Gamboa will go to the line to shoot a pair. Now Reed coming over to speak to Miller, but still on the bench. So Quick will go to the bench, as will Wong, as you look at the replay. Gamboa at the line again for 2. Misses the first one. Gamboa, perhaps the fastest guy on the court. We saw him with the blow-by on Wong in the first quarter. Very good off the dribble. Nice looking haircut, too. Got the second one, so 1 of 2. Slingers lead by 18. Back comes Alexander. Rosales back into the game as well, as is Go. Howard up top. Miller working on him. Back to Alexander in the corner. Go on the baseline down at the low post. Howard will take that shot and drain it. I think his foot was on the line. No, they're going to give him the 3. So tit for tat. Howard with the triple. Miller has 2. So the lead back up to 21 at the 7:45 mark. Off the dribble goes Elorde. Easily getting around Toe, but not able to finish. Rosales will stop and pop from the elbow. 70-47. Now let's see if they can get Howard to time. Knocked away by Alexander. Around him and up and in and one. Hands there by Alexander, knocking it away. Elorde, hands all over him. Alexander with the finish, and he will go the line to try and complete the 3-point play. Miller shaking his head. What do? Now talking to the fans. Nakia Miller, veteran of Southeast Asia. So now the lead 25. Biggest lead of the night for the Slingers. And see for number 15, Alexander, that's 18 for him, and he's had 2 splendid games in a row. Seemingly he remembered the defensive job that Reed did on him last time here. Gamboa, now Arizona back into the game, has the ball knocked away. Right into the path of Miller, however. Howard pulls down the rebound. Ball off to Rosales, little stutter step. Gets it back outside to Alexander. Gamboa working on him, slicing through Rosales. Delvin Go coming up to get the ball. 9 on the shot clock. Alexander working on number 10, Deutschman, and there's the foul on Deutschman, who just checked in. So Arizona Reed back into the game, as is Deutschman. Miller, number 11, Willie Miller also, and number 3, Gamboa. Those are the 5 for the Kings. To Alexander, Deutschman working on him, turns him around, slithers, and that's Paxton. Xavier Alexander right there, finding a way, feeling his defender behind him. Lead pass to Miller. Howard comes over and knocks that ball away. So rejection by Howard, and down goes Miller. Long 3 by Toe. 78-47. 31-point lead by Singapore, and the rout is on here at the OCBC Center. Miller still down at the other end. Check this out. There's the block. I don't see where there was no contact, I don't believe. Miller. Here comes Howard from the weak side. Miller hit his head up against the floor. My goodness. So, no doubt he's seeing stars right now. I was going to say there was no contact by Justin Howard, but Miller, you can see his head slapped against the floor. I think discretion is the better word for Miller right now. He needs to come out of the game and clear his head. So Deutschman to Willie Miller, who gets away from his defender. Underneath he goes, the pot back outside. Ball in the hands of Alcuna. Alcuna slices it over to Gamboa, goes through. Miller woefully short on that shot, but right into the hands of Arizona Reed, up and in. 78-49, and Gamboa hassling Rosales. Back into the hands of Alexander. Howard at the low post. Acuna working on him. Go through traffic, can't get it to go. Right back to the hands of Alexander. 2 on the shot clock. Toe again, towing glass. Well, one of those games, whatever they throw up is going in. 5:25 from Threesville. Rings in and out. Howard with the rebound. Down, no need for Slingers at this point to be in any sort of hurry. 14 on the shot clock. Wong getting ready to check back in. Delvin Go. Turnover. The 5:01 mark. Wong will check in. Rosales will rotate out. In fact, it's going to be a timeout by the Slingers. They'll see if they can get Howard a little bit of a break. It's been all Slingers, 80-49 at the timeout. Go home, and on Wednesday night we'll be hosting the Westport Malaysian Dragons. No easy feat for them, so things not getting a whole lot easier for the Kings. Austria in the game now. Left-hand dribble around Toe, double team on him. Long 3 is going to be in and out. Howard with another board, and can't believe Howard is still in the game, but he commented before the game he feels really fit and They're only playing once a week, so he doesn't feel like there's any necessity to give him a lot of rest. Delvin Go off the dribble, bulls his way to the basket. The follow by Howard is off mark. Reed with the rebound. Lead pass to Austria. Austria the crossover. Fires away from three, no good. Alexander with the rebound. Down he comes. Pass off to Toe, wide open look for him for three, no good. Right into the path of Toe again, who followed his own shot. Back the other way, Gamboa. My goodness, a little bit of a blur there. Gamboa knifing his way past two defenders, both Alexander and Wong. So under 4 minutes now, 80-51. Howard. Toe flashing through. Delvin Go with the low post. Toe. Austria working on him. Go has the ball knocked away again by who else? Gamboa. Gamboa off the dribble, spins, turns, fires, no good. Follow up by Acuna, no good. Now in the open court is Wong. He's got Alexander on the right-hand side, and he'll slow it up and bring it out. 3:25 to go here in the ball game. Howard looking down low to Wong. Wong from the elbow, no good. Reed pulls the board down at the 3:15 mark. Austria behind the back dribble. Screen there by Reed, frees him up. Around the horn it goes to Gamboa. Reed will take the shot from Freesville off the mark. Underneath is Deutschman. Offensive board by him, and they'll set it up again with under 3 minutes to go off the dribble. Another three from the opposite side, well scored. Deutschman stepping in and getting another O board. So the Kings will line it up again. Underneath is Reed. Reed looking for cutters. Instead, will fire off again to Gamboa from three. Well, Gamboa quietly having himself a nice little game. 10 points now for him. Little spark plug of a player, the shortest guy on the court. And now we're at 2:25. Go off to Alexander. Alexander to Howard. Go down underneath, loses the ball. Back the other way. Who else? Gamboa again. Streaking past Toe. The shot will rim out, but Gamboa is fouled by Wong, and he will go to the line for a pair. So that'll start the clock, stop the clock at 2:14. Checking back into the game will be Miller. Now a whole host of Singapore Slingers will come into the ball game. And finally, Howard will get a blow, and Howard, by far the man of the game here, ends up with 24 points, and Alexander will check out too. Look, Singapore. Kelvin Lim, number 22, into the game now, and he will join Toe. Number 5, Wong. Let's see who else. I think number 10, Leon Kwek, in the game also. And Ung Jin Lung, or John Ung, getting ready to check into the game now, or he will be momentarily. Meanwhile, Gamboa at the line. Misses the first one. Wu in the game too, making up the 5 for the Slingers, who have this game seemingly tucked away in their back pocket. They will go to 12-2 and wait for the Saigon Heat next Sunday here at the OCBC Arena in a foul. Leon Kwek trying to get the lead pass to number 8, To Ching Huang. Toe, 183 centimeters, about 6 feet tall, 73 kilograms, and checking into the game now, number 9, as we said, John Ung. So Ung, Kwek, and number 17, Ung Han Bin. Toe, and number 22, Kelvin Lim. Wu. Screen, and the ball almost thrown away. 9 on the shot clock, inside the traffic, and Gamboa, quick as you please, takes the ball away, rolls to the basket, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Slingers at the 1:51 mark. So the Slingers again will climb to 12-2 and preserve that 1-game lead over Bangkok. We look at Gamboa on the break again. Bangkok on, next Friday, I believe, will travel to Saigon off the mark there. So not a particularly easy game for Bangkok either. At midweek, they defeated the Westport Dragons. A foul there. That will go against Gamboa on number 9, John Ung. So that will, no, it's not a shooting foul. So Queck will inbound it from the near sidelines. Reed is out of the game as well. 10 on the shot clock. Kelvin couldn't get around Deutschman. There's the screen. Long three by Toe, way off the mark. In fact, an air ball off to the races goes Elward. Bounce pass down low to Deutschman at the 105 mark. Deutschman rolls to the basket. Wild shot is off the mark. Wu gets the rebound. Gets the ball off to Toe. Long pass over on the other side to number 22, Kelvin Lin. Wide open look for number 10. That is Leon Queck. Can't get it to go. 1 and out. 45 seconds to go. Now the Austria will handle the ball for the Kings. Loses it momentarily. So the Kings will fall to 2 and 12 and count that in 1. Deutschman will go to the line. That'll stop the clock at 34.2. 80 to 56. 24-point lead for the Slingers. And you have to be impressed by the Slingers defense, especially midway through the second quarter. They turned it on. Really took it to the Kings, shutting down Reed, who owned the Slingers, to be honest, the last game. Reed still finishes with 20 points. But it was a Howard and Alexander show, ably assisted by number 5, Wong. 15 points for him, and Wu continues with the hot hand. 9 points today. So getting it done from in and out, and the slashing ability of Alexander, you can see why the Slingers and their fans were so excited about this team. 80 to 57 now, and at the line again will be 11 points. So Singapore, if you look at the rest of their schedule, really in their favor. They've got Bangkok again, but Bangkok here and Malaysia at here too. They do have an away game on February 10th against a Mono Vampire team who are certainly capable of an upset. And then they've got one more away game against Mono Vampire, and that is on February 19th. So if they can just take care of business at home, one would think they would have an excellent chance of winning this league, and that will do it. So a comprehensive shellacking. The Slingers lay on the MX3 Kings from the Philippines, 80 to 58. So a team that gave them fits the last game. In fact, the Slingers having to really scrape into overtime to come away with the win. A lot easier this time, although it didn't start that way. The Kings led by as many as 11 and got reeled in by the Slingers, and there's your standings right now. With that win, the Slingers 12 and 2, and the Kings dropped to 2 and 12. But an 80 to 58 win for the Slingers, behind the efforts of Howard, Alexander, Wong, and really everybody doing a good job, including Wu. But probably the best defensive effort the Slingers have put forth this season. And for all the production staff here, we'll say goodbye, and hope you can join us next week when the Kings take on the Saigon Heat. And there they are in the middle of the floor. Have to be happy with this effort. So for production staff, this is Chuck Schreiner, hoping you would enjoy it. And again, the final score, Singapore Slingers 80, the MX3 Kings 58. So we'll see you next time here from the OCBC Arena. 80-58, your final score.